AC/DC. I love AC/DC. I think I've said that enough, or I've said that a lot. But I love AC/DC, man. I can't. I don't know. I don't know what else to say. I love AC/DC, and so and there's so many more hits, so many more classics that I haven't heard yet. Even though we have had a pretty fun. I'm trying to think about how many songs were in our AC/DC journey, because we was going crazy for a while, and then we stopped, and we came back, and then we stopped. So I feel like we about a good 10, 15 reactions into AC/DC. And still I haven't heard all of the hits and all of the classics. So this is Whole Lotta Rosie. Don't know who Rosie is. We'll find out. We'll do song research afterwards. I got the lyric video up here, because I didn't see a music video, even though I saw there was a big concert at the top suggested video. So maybe I should watch that. Should I skip the lyrics and just go straight to this live performance? What y'all think? Maybe, matter of fact, yeah, that's what we gonna do. We gonna watch this live performance. It says from December 2009. So you know what? That's what we gonna do. We gonna watch this, and we'll do the song research afterwards. Let's go.
Tell you a story about a woman I know. She ain't exactly pretty, she ain't exactly small. For 239 milliseconds, you can say she got it all.
Yo, this is fire. This is fire. And so they're like in their 60s here, 50s, 60s. I mean, I know I said this about damn it, what song was it I reacted to that was on the Iron Man soundtrack that had a similar concert footage as this? I forgot the name of the song, but the fact that they still sell out stadiums in their 50s and 60s, like, that's just not normal. We've been talking about that a lot recently, most recently with the Beatles and Paul McCartney, and him just re-releasing some old Beatles songs for the compilation album that's coming out. We gotta acknowledge. Look, I know the music industry is a young man's game. All right, it's all about who's young, who's fresh, that type of thing. But we can't dismiss the legends and the icons and the people who've been in the game for 30, 40, 50 years. You can't. I get it. They're old. They're not the new thing on the block anymore. But I mean that's something to be crowned. I mean, and recently I read something recently where it was talked about how here in the States, how we treat our elders, put them in homes and don't really treat them with the respect that they deserve, as opposed to certain other countries where being older almost gets praised. The elders get taken care of in other countries. That's something I really thought about, man. I'm like, why don't we appreciate legends the way that we should? And I'm sitting here looking at them. No, they don't look like they did in the music videos back in the 80s. But guess what? They sound fantastic. They're playing fantastic. They still put on a hell of a show. I mean, it's just incredible. I'm just sitting here looking at Angus, no shirt, still doing the moves. It's crazy, man. This is dope. incredible. Incredible. In their 50s and 60s, still putting on a better show than 90% of the big names of today. Definitely. And for 2009, can I say that this stage design is pretty ahead of its time? It almost reminds me of The Weeknd's. I'm sure a good amount of y'all probably don't even listen to The Weeknd. But The Weeknd, his stage design kind of reminded me of this. It kind of reminded me of this. So the fact that this is 09 is incredible. That second half of Angus' solo stole the show, because the first part I was like, okay, that was pretty good solo. Even though Angus isn't the guy that I think of when I think of great solos. I love his riffs. He has some of the most recognizable riffs in rock and roll history. But I just don't think him when I think solos, at least in the songs that I've heard up to this point. The second half of that solo stole the show. And that drumming was phenomenal. I love Brian's voice. Again, in his 50s and 60s, still holding that. Just that, it's just, that's really impressive. I'm sure he probably drowns himself in hot tea and throat lozenges. But the fact that he's singing like that and putting on that show, Angus all over the stage, no shirt, just incredible. It's an incredible performance. Again, from guys well beyond their prime and still giving it they all and having fun, entertaining the crowd. I mean, most of that crowd looked like they were in their 20s. Probably wasn't even alive when the Back in Black album came out. And the fact that they cultivate that crowd in mass that way, that speaks to the greatness of AC/DC. And I'm not gonna lie, I think I love watching their live performances more than their music videos. At least the live performances that I've seen up to this point, they just look they're so well filmed. Clearly these are from some sort of some DVD that's probably associated with something, like an anniversary album or something like that. But I just love how they get the crowd, they show the band, and it's just so cinematic and fun and energetic. Even though their music videos are incredible. I enjoyed this, man. ACD. Let's see if we could do real quick. See if we could find some real quick research before we wrap this up. That was one hell of a performance, man. That was incredible. Let's see here. Whole Lotta Rosie. Eighth and final track from the band's Let There Be Rock album, released in 1977. Written by Bon Scott, Angus, and Malcolm. Well, I said written or released. It was written by them. Sorry. Atlantic Records, hard rock, rock and roll. Once again, it did not chart in the States, but we all know why. The song is about an obese Tasmanian woman, Rosie, with whom the singer Bon Scott had a one-night stand at the Freeway Gardens Motel in North Melbourne. That's hilarious. In addition to pointing out the woman's size, the singer finds her to be one of the most talented lovers he has ever experienced. Hey, that's usually how it works. R.I.P. to Bon Scott. That is hilarious. Hilarious. Yeah, man, everything about this, the performance, the story behind it, the fact that Brian did it justice to a Bon Scott classic, that's incredible. Thoroughly enjoyed it. Can't wait to hear more. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. Request and recommend more AC/DC. And until next time, peace.